Hi, my name is Tony Ridley, Editor-in-Chief at TravelRiskManagementSolutions.com, and welcome once again to another travel risk management safety and security training educational tips. And in this session we're going to talk about risk. Risk means many things to many people. It's often inadequate to define it as simply a statement, as it means the same thing to all people under all circumstances. The interpretive processes to risk, and certainly risk tolerance and risk appetite, varies immensely. It's important in order to have a comprehensive travel risk management system that you both embrace and understand and certainly encompass the variances of risk. So first of all, from an interpretive perspective, help individuals, both professionals and lay, to understand how you as an organisation qualify risk, whether it be risk to reputation, risk to the environment, risk to the individual, assets, variance of return, and all associated impacts that it may have. It's also important to understand that from your perspective, that is both the management, executive and decision-making process, it will vary differently from that of the traveller. The traveller may be a senior experienced traveller who's full of self-confidence and experience, or they may be a first-time traveller that has a number of trepidations associated with not only the travel but also the nature and the business that they're undertaking for the very first time as a new employee. Now, it's important I reference both of those demographics because they are not obvious for categorization. You could equally have someone who is overconfident, someone who has simply avoided risk and negative outcomes through sheer happen chance. You may also have an individual who is far more studious to the environment and diligent to the methodologies and instructions that have been provided. Therefore, it makes them a lower risk from a management perspective, even though they may have an elevated concentration or concern. So it's important to make sure that you understand and contextualize, and all of your policies, procedures, education take into consideration. Just because someone is a large individual that exudes self-confidence and is an extrovert doesn't mean that they will perform any different or any better than someone who's much smaller, diminutive in stature and an introvert. You can't judge a book by its cover. So it's important that you remove and add a degree of objectivity to all risk-based decision, but you should not underestimate the risk appetite and risk tolerance. Now, for many organisations, this also encompasses families and media. So if your risk appetite and risk tolerance is at a particular level and it's potentially shared or collaborated by the individual, the risk tolerance from the media perspective or the risk tolerance from family affected may be vastly different. So if there is a natural disaster or a point of concern, a crisis, a political unrest, a terrorist event, whilst you may be quite comfortable with the circumstances in the event, you may find that other stakeholders, essentially family, media, other elements of management and oversight, may have a vastly different risk appetite and risk tolerance. So therefore you should consider it, plan for it, and certainly provide resources to support it. So once again, thanks very much for joining us in another travel risk management safety and security training tutorial. For more information and videos like this, please visit the website at www.travelriskmanagementsolutions.com. Once again, thanks, and that's all for now. Goodbye.